Hey y'all, it's the Black Natural Plant-Based Mama. Happy New Year, happy 2019 to everyone. And first off, I will apologize yet again for not being around and available, but I do plan to change that. I've been able to take some time away and refocus myself and just coming back to you refreshed and renewed, and I figured what better time to come back than here in 2019. So just a little life update in this one as to what all has been happening with me since we last encountered each other. And I think I'll be doing more kind of vlogs and life updates as well along the time, just to see, it's possible to live your life and be plant-based as well. It is a challenge, but it can be done. So I do have a full-time job. I am a corporate travel counselor by trade. I think I've said that before. And my job, I absolutely love the company that I work for. Love, love, love the company that I work for. And my position right now has been a little more demanding. It's been taking up a bit more of my time. So that was also one of the reasons that I've fallen back a little bit. I have launched a new company, a meal prep business called Ambrosia Eats, where you will be hearing more about that in the next couple of days. And it is completely 100% plant-based meal prep. I'm super excited about that, and we're relaunching that here in the new year because I definitely believe that for health, for life, for the planet, for the animals, it's definitely the best way to go. So again, you'll be hearing more about Ambrosia Eats here in the next couple of days. I've also been studying to become a certified holistic nutritionist, which I am super excited about finally going down that path. And it's going to be nice to be able to put those letters behind my name as well, just so people know that I am serious about my craft. I'm serious about what I talk about. And sometimes those initials behind your name makes people take you more seriously. And if that is what it takes to make people jump on to the plant-based bandwagon, I am here for it. Other than that, I'll be looking down every now and then because I have like some notes right here. Look, I'm a big girl. I took notes. Other than that, no, my hair is not just completely drawn up and I didn't do anything with it. It's actually, I did cut it. So this is, you've seen this side before. It's actually growing back, believe it or not. But I did cut this side as well. Like that's me literally pulling it all the way out. And so I did cut a little bit of that side, and I actually cut, although it doesn't look like it once you stretch it out in certain places, but I did actually cut quite a bit, and I will, since I still have it, if you followed my Instagram, I'm pretty sure I put it on there, but I will insert a picture all the hair that was actually cut off, and then what it was like when I freshly cut it. But like, again, that was probably a month or 2 months ago now, so it's starting to grow back out, and I am deciding what I want to do with it next. We have a new kitten. Her name is Rhodium Frost. What is her name again? Oh, there's a reason for it. Her name is Rhodium Frost because she is gray, and I wanted something to kind of match her color. So her adopted name from the foster was Opal, and she just like never answered to that. We kept it for a minute. We were gonna keep it, but she never answered to that, so we were trying to find other names. And somehow we came across rhodium. Well, when we came across rhodium and called her that, she actually looked that way. So we were like, up, rhodium it is. And we just call her Rhody for short. Frost, it came from, especially on her paws. They're not a different color, but it's like if she sets them a different way, there's like this sheen that's over them. So it's almost like they're more silver. So that's where the frost part came from. She is probably about 6 months old now. She's definitely grown quite a bit, but one of her nicknames, I still call her Tiny Baby Kitten. She was so quiet and light before that we had to always have a bell on her collar. Otherwise, you would like not know where she was. But now she just bounds down the steps, but she eats. She could literally eat all day, just constantly. That is her thing. She's very food motivated. Gosh, she's always trying to get it some food. Her and Onyx get along very well, which I was very, very happy about that. I think Onyx kind of went into mother mode. Rhodium helps bring out the play in Onyx, so they'll go at it and play sometimes and run in through the house, and so that's kind of cool. I turned 45, so we are on year 45 of this Black Natural Plant-Based Mama's life. I did absolutely nothing. I think the day came, I actually had to work about 11 hours on my birthday. I think it was the following weekend when we celebrated my husband's birthday that we went and hung out at a hotel and hung out with some friends and, you know, kind of made a night of it. And so that was good. It was delayed, but I'm here, I'm healthy, and that's the most important thing that matters. The day after my 45th birthday, my youngest daughter turned sweet 16, or more sassy 16 in her case. And so really my birthday when I took lunch was kind of all about preparations for her. My favorite bakery, my vegan bakery, she designed a cake for her. Her theme was masquerade, and so she designed a cake for her, and it was amazing. That went over well. She had a good time, and that is all that matters. Right now, actually, my youngest two are on their way back from Tampa as they performed in the Outback Bowl. Their band did. So that was pretty cool. And they won quite a few trophies and competitions while they were down there too, so yay for them. Um, I went to Texas to visit my oldest daughter while she was in college, and I went for her birthday, which was the first weekend in November, and we went up to Dallas and spent the night there because she was in Wichita Falls at the time, and Dallas is about a 2-hour drive from Wichita Falls. And so we went there and got a hotel room and got some wonderful vegan eats. Was so excited about that because she's vegan just like I am. And we went to a mall just to kind of hang out, and you know, I think it was so great. It was North Park Mall, and we hit up every makeup store. They had a NYX makeup store, like a whole store for NYX. It was wonderful. So we did Sephora and NYX, and Mac was on the lower level, and we were like, why is there a security guard and a velvet rope to get into Mac? What's going on? And then we saw a picture, one of those big pictures, and it was Nima Tang. And so we were like, well, sure, we've got nothing else to do, and oh my god, we get to meet her. Yeah. She is a sweetheart. She was there with her collaboration that she did with MAC on this beautiful red lipstick color, and so everyone that actually showed up got a free full-size lipstick of her collaboration with MAC, which, oh, super duper awesome. So that was a good day and a really, really, really great trip. Before that, this is like in no order, but before that, in August, St. Louis had our first ever real live Veg Fest. We're so behind, but we had our first ever Veg Fest, and I decided to participate in that. I was using that to launch Ambrosia Eats. I was going to have like samples of food for people to taste. I needed some health department forms, and they needed a certified commercial kitchen and inspected commercial kitchen, and I just didn't have that at the time. So I was like, just forget the samples. So I had taken pictures of food that I made and created, and I just put them up on, I went to Dollar Tree and got some acrylic frames and just kind of set up my table that way. I used good old Vistaprint to have one of those large, I think it was like a maybe 4x6 banner advertising Ambrosia Eats. And we set up our booth there and met wonderful people and passed out information. Even had a little drawing like the next day, and someone got a free gift, which in this case I think I used like an entire raw box that I had gotten and just let the person know and shipped it off to them. So that was really exciting. One of the other huge highlights for me was I got to meet the badass vegan. That was really, really awesome. I got to take pictures with them and got a lot, they had a lot of his samples for the shakes and everything. Live Vegan Smart, which was great. He's just really nice and really personable. The person you see online, if you're not following him on Instagram, do so. But you know, the person you see is the person that you get, which was really, really awesome. And I am hoping to be a part of the, if possible, I would like to be a part of the planning committee next year. That would be great. I would love to be more involved in something like that. But they did a really, really, really great job, and I look forward to registration and everything gearing up here in the next probably couple of months for the next one. Probably the biggest thing that has been a crux this year for me, and that I finally kind of gotten over, is accepting and dealing with my mental health issues. So, and it's kind of crazy to even say this. I'm 45 and she's like early 20s, but I really have Sydney Black to kind of thank for just getting the ball rolling, really, because I watched her video that she did about depression and how she figured out that, you know, it was something that she was affected with. And she had filled out this little questionnaire when she was at university, and the questions, you know, kind of raised some flags for people. And I was like, So after I watched the whole thing and kind of cried and snotted, and, you know, because of course I am literally old enough to be her mother. So on top of everything else, I just wanted to give her a hug. So after that, I went online when I got off work later on, and I just, good old Google. What did we do before Google? Seriously. But good old Google, I just Googled depression quiz. And there's so many different sites that you can go to. And so I went to one, and it's like, oh, fill in the, you know, information, and it pops up right away. I love that it wasn't one of those, give us your email and we'll give you the answers. I freaking hate that, because a lot of times I won't do it. So anyway, I answered like the 9 questions, and it came back, severe depression, you may want to see your doctor immediately. Well, okay, that's just one, right? So then I went back to the original search page and did another one. Well, surprise, it's the same. It was the same thing. Severe depression. You may want to see your doctor immediately. And me not being a quitter, I decided to go ahead and just do one more for good measure. Three's always worked for me. Third marriage, hello, third time's a charm. Anyway, so the third one, same thing. And I just looked at the questions and I answered them honestly, how I was feeling, how I had been feeling. And sure enough, same thing again, severe depression. And the only question, if you ever go and look at one of those things, and all the questions weren't exactly the same, but they all had one question definitely in common, and it was, do you feel suicidal or have you made plans or anything like that? And that was the only question that I could honestly answer, like not at all to, but everything else, there was definitely an answer. So I did that night. And that very next morning, as soon as their office opened, I called my doctor and made an appointment. Went in there. They have you write out, fill out a little paper quiz. And I guess they were supposed to do the tallying, but because I am who I am, like I tallied up the bottom and wrote the number and circled it and, gave it to him. And then when my doctor came in and he's like, I don't like these numbers. I love him. And I was like, I don't either. So he wrote me out a prescription, and as much as I despise taking medication daily, having to take medication daily, I know that I had gotten to a point that was just bad. I would work, I would get off work, I would function the bare minimum that I needed to function. These people in the house need to eat. I would make sure I went to the grocery store. I would make sure that I cooked on occasion. Luckily, there's a lot of them that are kind of self-sufficient. So also what I would do is I would just make sure that there were things in the house that they could prepare themselves. So there was a lot of that. And I wanted to cry so much. Not like, oh, you watched a commercial or, oh, it's that time of the month. All the time, I was just always trying not to burst out into tears for no effing reason. That Charlie Brown black cloud is just following you. You just can't get away from it. And it was just really trying to settle in on me. And I knew that for my job, that was not going to work. I love my job. I have been so blessed with this job. And I was not about to let anything come in the way of that. What it did come in the way of is me actively marketing my business. Medicine is about a month in. It was a heck of an adjustment, and I did warn everybody, just like the pharmacist and the doctor warned me and the pharmacy warned me. It was so interesting that I think I started the medicine on a Thursday night. So like the day I went to the doctor, it was a Thursday. And I dropped the prescription off, waited until it was filled, and then went ahead and took that home and then got back to work because I just took like an extended lunch. And on Saturday, the pharmacy called me. And I mean, I saw the number and I recognized the number because I was like, oh, well, why is Walgreens calling me to let me know my prescription is ready to pick up? And I already picked it up like 2 days ago. So when I answered the phone, I was just like, hello? Because I heard someone talking. And it was the pharmacist just calling to check how I was. And that was crazy. And I was honest. I was like, I am. I mean, that was like my response. Like Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday, I had one thing that I wanted to do. I just wanted to lay in bed with my dog. My husband was working. But I was like, I just want to lay in bed with my dog. That's it. So every time I would just be laying up there, and dogs are God bless us. We humans do not deserve animals, period. We definitely do not deserve our dogs. And some of us, our cats. But I would walk around the house and she would just stick to me like glue. Which, for a medium-sized dog that's about 65 pounds, it can kind of get in the way, but I completely understood what her intentions were. And so because of that, I just allowed it. I would get up, come downstairs for water or something, and she'd follow me downstairs and, she'd eat, she'd go outside for a little bit. But when she was inside, she was up under me the whole time. And that weekend, I just kind of laid in the bed and vegged out and slept a little and watched TV, and she was right there with me. And I mean, it was hard. It was hard. It was hard for about, and I had a headache. I had a headache starting Friday morning, and Monday I worked a split shift. And so I got off work at about noon, and I went to sleep the whole time until it was time for me to get back on at 4. And finally, when I woke up from that nap is when my headache went away from Friday morning. So on top of everything else, there was that. I didn't want to eat. My appetite was horrible. My mood was horrible. I felt like crap. But again, the doctor warned me and the pharmacist warned me that it was going to get worse before it got better. And then it was like the sky was starting to, the clouds were just barely starting to dissipate. So all of that to say, again, I'm almost ready to pick up my next month's prescription, and I'm feeling really good. I've only missed one time, and I felt guilty about that like all day, because I decided that I am committed to this because I am committed to me. So I can definitely say all that to say that if you are going through it, I know how a lot of times us people of color, we want to be strong, we want to be independent, and some of us, especially us black plant-based or black vegans, we want to be completely holistic and supernatural, super space natural, and look to the roots and the herbs of the earth. I would have liked to have done that as well. But sometimes the reality is we've got to go a different route. Will I be on this for the rest of my life? I have zero intentions of doing so. Did I absolutely need it for now? 100%. And the next step, just, waiting on good old insurance to do what it needs to do. But the very next step for me is therapy, and I can't wait. I honestly cannot wait to start therapy. But again, so that's me. That's what's been going on. You will definitely see a lot more of me. I've got probably a whole month's worth of stuff planned out that I'm going to be doing. Do not hold me to this, but I am going to try to do a vlog-annuary where I'm going to be posting just about every day. See how I put that little disclaimer in there? Just about every day. But I do have a plan, and I understand it is like super late. It's like 10 o'clock Central Time. And I'm finally getting around to doing this one today. But I'm just going to upload it rough, probably just the way it is. I'll remember to try to put in the pictures. But other than that, that is it. I thank you guys for watching. If you have made it this far, just give me a smiley face and a sun. I would love to see some suns down in my comments below. If any of this helped you in any way, if you are someone that needs to get focused and you know that your mental health is a reason for it, I strongly encourage you to do so. And if this has helped you in any way to do that, just give a good thumbs up down there. I would very much appreciate it. Thank you to any and all new subscribers I've had since I have been active. I will not let you down. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.